So I don't even know why I'm doing this right now. And I'm outside in my yard. So if you hear a lot of noises, that's just why. And so why am I doing this? But I guess the reason why I'm doing this is because I just need to heal. But I don't think I'm going to heal from this. Not for a very long time. So what had happened was my beautiful cat here that you see, named Nero, who was 12 years old, had died today. And I never knew that I could have so much pain as I'm having right now. And I'm having a moment of clarity. And they don't last very long. And one moment I'm okay like this. And then the next moment I just can't stop crying my eyes out and just wailing because I'm missing my best friend. And so my best friend, who I've got since I rescued him from a kitten because his mom died of cancer just after she gave birth to a litter of kittens, and I bottle fed this little guy from when he was teeny tiny and only a few ounces and 5 weeks old. I bottle fed him and sat vigil with him every single night until he got strong and healthy. And the last couple of days, I noticed he started sneezing and he looked like he had a cold. And so I pretty much kept my eye on it until all of a sudden he just went downhill. So downhill. And of course, these type of things always happen at the worst times on a weekend, and especially a holiday weekend, which was Mother's Day weekend. And all of a sudden Nero just decided to stop eating. And he always had a really, really ravenous appetite. He was always wanting his food. He was such a good eater that I even had a self-feeder. So I filled his chow up in the self-feeder and it would constantly feed him, and he wasn't eating and he wasn't drinking. And so for 2 nights in a row, I sat vigil where I only slept maybe 2 hours, 3 hours tops. And around the clock was giving him water in syringes and trying to force feed him with syringes with mashed up food. And he would not eat. He kept spitting the food out. And I knew there was something wrong. He did drink a little. And then suddenly today, I sat there with him. I mean, no, I'm not kidding you. Maybe to go to the bathroom, that's the only time I would leave his side. And all of a sudden, he started crying a little. And if I left the room, he would cry. And so I'd have to keep going back over and petting him and telling him what a good boy he was and comforting him, holding him in my arms and rocking him like a baby and petting him and just talking to him in a really soothing, whispery type of voice. And we needed to get to the vet. And finally, it's Monday. And the earliest appointment they had was 3:30. And I knew that Nero wasn't going to the vet to get well again. It was too late. Whatever this was just spread too rapidly. It probably turned into pneumonia. And so the trip was probably for euthanasia. And that is the worst thing. Having your pet, your family member, end up dying or having to be euthanized is one of the worst things to happen to a pet owner. And there's people out there right now that are probably laughing and saying, oh, it's just an animal. It's not a human. Well, I say to you, get out of here. Screw you, because you don't know what you're talking about. Because our pets are completely innocent, loving creatures who have nothing but love to give us, nothing but loyalty, nothing but years of joy and laughter. And they're so part of our family that they are almost human. And so right before we were set to take him to the vet, and now I was crying and I tried so hard not for him to see me like that because I didn't want to upset him anymore, and his situation wasn't the best. And so I tried my best not to show him that I was really, really completely, utterly a mess. And so 10 minutes before we were to leave for the appointment, which was a few blocks away from us, he laid down on his side, looked up at us, and just died. And oh my God, I have not stopped crying. And right now is a moment of clarity. But I'm sure as soon as this video is over, I will be crying and crying my eyes out because my buddy is gone and I will never see him again. And every time I look at his favorite spots and he's not there, I'm going to miss him. And I just want my cat. I just want my cat back. And I'll never have my cat back again. And I just want him to come home. I want him to be here. And I want to have him jump on top of my laptop and mess up whatever thing I was doing on the computer. I just want him one more time to be naughty again, to do something silly to make me laugh, to come over just to nuzzle me and to have me scratch behind his ears. And I just want him back. This is the most painful thing for a pet owner, the worst thing that can happen. And it's happened. And this isn't the first pet I've lost, but Nero was special to me. They all were special to me. Every one of them had their own personality. But this is really the worst. And I may, like a day from now, a week from now, a month from now, maybe I'll be better. I don't know. But I just want this pain to go away. And hopefully I'll be able to accept this, because I keep forgetting he's gone. And then when I look at his favorite spots and he's not there, I realize my baby is gone. So if you're going through this right now as a pet owner, or you have gone through this, I'm sure you know how I'm feeling right now, because you're probably feeling that way or felt that way before. But I guess it helps to talk about it. But I'll never forget this little guy with the golden yellow and green eyes and his beautiful black, supple, shiny coat, and how wonderful he was, and how much he enriched my life, and just really, really, really was part of my family. And so thanks for listening to me. And if you're going through this too, I feel your pain. It's the most horrible, horrible thing that anyone has to go through. And I wish you the best. So right now, if your fur baby is with you and alive, please, please cherish that moment you have with him or her right now. Pick him up. If he's too big to pick up, just go over there, give him a hug. Give her a hug. Pet her. Pet him. Love them. Cherish that moment that you have, because that moment could be gone in a blink of the eye. And enjoy that moment that you're in right now with your beloved pet. Thanks so much for watching.